Hello, everyone. I am Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me once again. I'm going to get right down to it. I knew this was going to happen. John Podesta, an advisor for the energy implementation, I believe, segment of President Joe Biden's administration, is saying that the wildfire that has cost over 100 people's lives in Maui, Hawaii, is caused by climate change. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to come out. I knew eventually they were going to start bragging about it's climate change, it's climate change, it's climate change. Look, I'm going to read you just a small portion of this article, and I'm going to get right into what I believe the elites have been trying to do and are trying to do right now. So let's get right into this. This is no surprise to me at all, but it says, the article says, John Podesta, the senior advisor to the president for clean energy innovation and implementation, took to the White House briefing room podium on Wednesday to blame climate change for the Maui, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, please forgive me, Maui wildfire, and to tout the Inflation Reduction Act. Always pay attention to these reduction acts or this act or that act. Pay attention to that kind of nonsense. Claiming that the summer had brought, quote, one climate disaster after another, Podesta connected hot temperatures to the fires in Maui, though there is no direct evidence linking climate change to the disaster. The biggest environmental factor, as the San Francisco Chronicle recently reported, was the spread of evasive alien grass species, whatever that is, which are more flammable than the indigenous vegetation of Hawaii, and which use a recent wet winter to grow rapidly, providing even more fuel to the flame. And you guys can read the rest of that article in the description box below if you so want to. But I knew this was going to happen. I knew from the bottom of my heart that they were going to take advantage of this crisis. There's one particular, I cannot remember his name, but he was a member of former President Obama's administration. And he stated, and I'm paraphrasing his words in so many ways, we need to take advantage of these crises. And what he basically was saying is that we're not creating these crises, never necessarily, but when crises happen, we among the elite have to take advantage of them. Okay? We have to jump on it. We have a plan. We have an agenda. We have to jump on these crises and implement our act for this and act for that and this kind of. And guess what? As I said, when you hear these kind of initiatives that the elites use, and I'm going to explain to you who I believe the elites are. When you hear these initiatives being pushed forth by the elite, okay, the people that are going to pay for these programs or these acts or these initiatives that they're going to implement into the society, the people that are going to pay for that is not them. The elite ain't going to pay for this. You and I are going to pay for it out of our taxes, either out of our check or with inflation or something else. But either way it go, we're going to be the ones paying for it, even if they borrow money from the Federal Reserve and the Federal Reserve print out more money, okay, and lend it to the Treasury with interest. Guess who has to pay that money back? Because it's a loan. Guess who got to pay it back? We do. So either way it go, it ain't going to make no difference. We got to pay for it. This is just another way for the elites to take complete control of your life and mine. Now, when I say the elites, that means both Democrats and Republicans, liberals and whatever. Okay, the elite is comprised of all of them. The Republicans are in on it too. Okay, because a lot of them that get in office, most of them don't try to fight these type of initiatives that these administrations try to put out. So they're in on it. They're paid off as well. Both groups are paid off and controlled by the higher ups on the pyramid. That's what I'm going to put out there. The higher ups on the pyramid, they're controlled. Okay, and John Podesta is just one of them. Okay. Okay, when they say stuff like this is just an attempt to take more control over your life and my life. This goes back to Donald Trump. Once again, one of the main reasons, if not the only reason, why they're trying to bury Donald Trump is because his agenda, his worldview is in contrast to theirs. His worldview is all about America. Their worldview is about globalism. His worldview is about protecting families in America first. Theirs is not. That's why the borders is wide open. They can come up with, the politicians can come up with all kinds of stinky excuses about why the borders are open. Anybody with common sense should be able to see that. I shouldn't have to go into analytical dates and give people dates and all of this. I mean, people should automatically see that, but they're in a trance state from watching the mainstream media all day and all night, so they're not going to see it. But anybody who's not in a trance state, who's unplugged from the matrix, should be able to see that those borders being open are open on purpose. We're flooding the American with illegals. These people are not coming here legally. Let's stop playing games. Let's stop being silly. Stop arguing about it. They're not coming here legally. Okay. I just seen a group of them here in the city of Cleveland, and I could tell just by looking at them that they weren't supposed to be here. It was about 8 or 9 of them, maybe more than that, all grouped together, crossing the street. They looked at me like, what you going to do about it? Well, I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm going to do what I'm doing right here. And I'm going to tell people, look, you guys voted for these progressives. That's what you're going to get. People don't listen anyway, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say anyway because it's the truth, and the truth is the light. Okay, but yeah, that's what that's all about. Okay, you know, that's what that's all about. The purpose of the anybody should be able to see that the borders are wide open for a reason, and that that's all designed to dismantle the country and dismantle the country, split up the country, city by city, state by state, in order to bring in their initiatives and to bring in all these acts and so forth that they want to put forth to gain more control. You get how you gain control, or how they gain control, is they go by the creed order out of chaos or manufactured crisis. Okay, order out of chaos. You either create chaotic situations and come in and save the day, or you take advantage of chaotic situations or crises. You take advantage of those and you come in with your solution. It goes by the Hegelian dialectic. Okay, and the Hegelian dialectic has a process. And that dialectic goes by problem, reaction, solution. You have a problem, whether it's manufactured or not. You get a reaction, which is the people screaming and hollering, oh, we got to do something. We got to save the day. Save us, help us, help us, help us. We're stressed out. Almighty government, come in and help us. So you got the problem. Then you have the reaction from the people. And not just the people, but reactions or fake reactions from the politicians. We need to do something. We need to put forth this so-and-so act. Then you have the solution. Okay? Put forth the so-and-so act, actually implement it. And thus, the elites gain more control. Problem, reaction, solution. You know? It's the same process, the Hegelian dialectic. And I'm not going to go into the detail of what the Hegelian dialectic is on this video, but just know that it's all designed to take advantages of situations like this. And this is what I see John Podesta doing, and I'm not surprised. And unfortunately, as the article says, over 100 people have lost their lives, and it goes on to even say that a lot of those lives may be children, okay? But this is an unfortunate situation, but I wanted to bring that up to let you guys know that these people don't care about American people. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. We have to care about ourselves, and we have to care about our families for voting for people who really care about Americans in office. And hopefully, prayerfully, more populist candidates will come forward and start pushing for Americans first. Okay, not saying that we don't deal with other people in other countries. We do. We got treaties and deals with these people, so we deal with them. We trade with them. Obviously, anyone with any common sense could see that. But take care of your home first, boo-boo. That's common sense. Why are we arguing about that? That's common sense. Take care of home first, then you deal with the rest of them. Common sense. But see, the globalist elite don't go by common sense. They understand common sense, but they don't go by common sense because the purpose is to keep a shade over your eyes and my eyes and the masses' eyes. But for those of us that are in the know, we ain't going for it. No can do, boo-boo. Okay, so that's what I have to say about that. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.